Step out.
Is that a request or lawful order?
I'm requesting you.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to take
out.
a few steps back. You're in my personal space. Don't leave right now. What's going to happen?
You will be arrested and you will be trespassed.
I need to hear from law enforcement. You're not law enforcement.
For what? No, I don't get in unless I...
trespassing right now.
No, I only give if I commit a crime.
Okay, well, you are a suspect in a crime.
No, actually, I'm not.
I will take your ID. That is law.
You're not supposed to film people without their permission.
That's not,
Since we are not public figures.
Huh?
We're not public figures, so you're not supposed to be filming us.
Is there a law?
The right to film in public is not a privilege. It's a fundamental and inviolable right of every citizen. And yet, time and time again, people holding cameras are blocked, threatened, even arrested simply for exercising that very right. Today's video takes you straight into real-life situations where the Constitution gets buried under policy. And when that happens, no one but ourselves must stand up to demand justice against a force that is increasingly overstepping its bounds. Let's begin with the first situation, which happened at the Lake County Tax Office in Leesburg, Florida. Like many other auditors, this citizen came here to exercise his right to record, expecting nothing more than respect and public records. But apparently, the concept of the First Amendment is more familiar to us than it is to the folks working here. They rushed in to stop him, relying on a policy not backed by any law.
And this right here is your driver's license identification card pickup. Well, I just tried to get a number. She said they don't have numbers for that.
You can't be back here. Sensitive information. You can't be back here.
Sir, wherever the people can be, the press can be. That's case law.
Sir, you can be out there. You can't be back here.
Sure, I can.
People's driver's licenses and stuff. Sir, you need to step out that way or go in there, videotape, whatever you want. You can't be back here.
I'm allowed to videotape back there. I have a right to, sir.
You cannot be back there.
Interfere with that
Sir,
today.
You cannot be back there.
Sir, if you interfere with my First Amendment protected activity.
You cannot be back here. That's all.
According to what?
You cannot be back here. This is personal information.
I'm here to get that. That's not illegal, sir. I'm not here to gather that. That's not illegal.
You need to step out.
Or what? And if I don't?
You just need to step out. This is a sensitive area. You need to step out.
Are you going to arrest me if I don't?
I didn't say that. I told you to step out.
The answer is no, if it's a request.
Step out.
Is that a lawful order?
I'm telling you right now, step out.
What happens if I don't?
Step out, sir.
Are you going to arrest me if I don't?
Step out.
Is that a request or lawful order?
I'm requesting you.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to take
out.
a few steps back. You're in my personal space. You need to get out of my personal space.
I'm not going anywhere.
I have a constitutional right to take pictures and video inside of my public building. In here. It's open to the public, sir.
No.
Time, place, and manner restrictions.
If you're doing
it's a limited
business.
public forum and a protected business, sir. If you interfere, you will be held liable. I'll sue you. You'll lose your qualified immunity, Lieutenant.
Do not come back here.
What are you going to?
You cannot come back here.
Are you going to arrest me if I don't go back there?
Sir, you cannot come back here. I'm telling you.
I can.
You can't come back here.
It's private.
I'm telling you.
You want to? Are you sure?
Doing business.
This is not private.
Sir, you cannot come back here.
Sir, this is not private. This is public. Period.
I'm just telling you. Stay right here.
I'm just telling you. I'm not going to listen to your request. It is public.
It's not public back here.
You want to take it to a judge? Guarantee you it is. It's not illegal.
Yeah, Lauren's right here. I can get her. She's on the phone. That's good.
This guy's a tyrant.
It's unclear who this tyrant cop is calling, and we're also left wondering whether anyone else at the facility knows the law better than he does. But sadly, after that call, even though he seemed to slowly realize he was wrong, and that citizens absolutely have the right to carry a camera to monitor government operations here, this power tripper still wasn't ready to let it go. Keep watching to see what happens next.
Okay, thanks. All right, bye.
Say your supervisor?
Okay.
I need to speak to your supervisor, sir. I'm requesting your supervisor. No, law enforcement.
Law enforcement supervisor.
I want to speak to your supervisor.
What's that? There is
because you don't understand the law, sir. You're law ignorant. I want to talk to somebody who understands the law. This is a public space in a public building. I think you know I'm right. That's why you're not threatened to arrest me, because you know you're going to lose in court if you go that route, sir.
Right.
Amendment protected activity. It's not going to work out well for you.
Okay, sir. That's what we'll do. Okay. All right, yes, sir. All right, bye.
Was that your supervisor?
That was.
All right, is he coming out to speak with me?
No.
All right, I'm requesting a supervisor, sir. I've asked you about 10 times already. So just to be clear, officer, if I was to go back there,
So I just spoke with my supervisor.
Uh-huh.
And in your lobby, you cannot come past those lines.
well, that's not true. This is a public space, and it's within operation hours.
We will have to come.
Under the Constitution of the United States, it already affords us the right to go into anywhere that's publicly accessible inside of a public
So we
building.
will have to contact you.
Sure, you guys do whatever you got to do. I've already told him, you know, what's going to happen if he decides to violate my rights today. What was her name, by the way?
I can't keep that.
You can't give. That's a public information, though.
Yeah. My manager can't correct.
Sorry? What? Starling? Oh, like the Chevy Buick GMC Starling? Okay, gotcha. Just trying to relay the information to me, but if something does happen, my rights are violated, just so Starling will be on a federal civil lawsuit. Okay? And this place will be liable, so
Are there, so you will
Yeah.
have to stay.
it's a request.
Okay, so law enforcement is on their way, so they can handle it.
Okay, well, who's he? Is he a lieutenant?
Yes.
Okay.
He's with the sheriff's office.
Do you have arresting powers, Lieutenant?
Hey, I'm not talking to you.
Okay, well, then I'm going to continue doing what I was going to
You
do.
cannot walk back here. You cannot walk back here.
Or else what?
You cannot walk back here. You need to step that way.
Or else what? And I turned down that request.
Well, you're gonna need to.
All
leave this
requests,
sensitive
all
area.
requests. This is not a sensitive area, sir. This is open to the public information. That's not my intent.
Well, I'm sorry, you can't not.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to listen to your request. Are you giving me a lawful order? What law do you suspect me of violating? I'll tell you right now, you're on thin ice right now. You're the one that's violating my rights. Hey, how you doing, sir?
No. He just needs to step out. You just need to step.
So I was explaining, I'm here in a public area. This is a public area in a public building.
You need to leave, and we don't want to start a disturbance. If you start a disturbance, what's going to happen?
Disturbance, sir. I'm just here
I'm just
exercising.
telling you, you cannot be back here.
All right, so I'm exercising my rights, space in a public building. I'm not disturbing the peace. I'm not keeping people from doing their.
Already
Sir,
asked you
I'm
to
not done. Can I talk to him? What's your name and badge number, sir?
Abusaritza 3213.
All right, I'm Zach. Nice to meet you. What's your badge number again?
321.
321. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I'm just in here, like I said, taking pictures. That's all. I'm not taking pictures for a story I'm working on.
Okay.
That's all. Awfully close. I've asked him to take a step back.
The manager has asked you to do whatever you want out there.
Okay, she's
You
asking
cannot be
me.
back here. Who's going to call the sheriff's office? This is one of our deputies. I'm
So-
looking at this detail here, and he's asking you now also to step out there.
What's going to happen if I don't step out?
Create a breach of the peace, you go to jail.
Sir, you're interrupting me. You're the one that's being disruptive. You guys interfere with me participating in First Amendment protected activity, which is protected under the Constitution of the United States. You guys will be held liable.
To get access here, you have to be called and you have to be here for a reason. So,
I am here for a reason. Constitutionally protected
yeah, to
business.
get like IDs and everything like that. I mean, people's information are out here. And
I'll tell you the same
No,
thing.
I get it,
I'm not
you
here
know.
to get that information. I could care less.
I understand.
But that's
You
not
know,
illegal. That's not illegal. Other thing. But I'm not here to
But
gather
this is
that.
a separate part of the building that requires you to get a, ticket for.
I'm
and
not
they
here for
call you
those
back
types
here
of services.
to get here.
That's not true. If you're here to get a license or one of those other
Do you have that on
services,
paper? Do you have that on paper?
have what on paper?
Kind of rule that says that you can be back here without one of those tickets.
I don't care about the rules, sir. I care about the law. Freedom of press, right? You've heard of freedom of press, correct?
But
Well, you swore an oath to the Constitution, did you not?
yeah, I did.
So my expectation is that you're to honor that oath. I'm just exercising it.
Okay.
Okay? So we shouldn't have an issue. Unless I keep people from doing their jobs or I break the law, there's nothing for you guys to do here. Be here for that long, brother. I'm just sitting here taking pictures. It's not a big deal. I'm not here to gather anybody's personal information, but if that does happen, it's not like it's against the law.
You do what you gotta do, record, but then just finish reporting out there in the lobby.
Yeah, I've already
People are
got
less
most of the stuff out there. I'm just gonna be because I'm gonna get some B-roll footage and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna be standing over anyone's shoulder getting their information. That's already what my intention was gonna be anyway. But if you can explain to him, he needs to work on his de-escalation, refusing to, answer my questions after a certain point. And I requested a supervisor. He said he's not getting anybody out here for me. My understanding is his supervisor, because obviously he's ignorant of the law. He's about to go hands-on and violate my rights and cost a big civil lawsuit. So with you, I appreciate that you're wearing a body cam, by the way.
I didn't know what was going on, so.
Is your body camera on, by the
It
way?
is.
Okay, I saw the red light.
Yes, it's
Cool.
all- I didn't know what I was rolling up into, so.
Yeah, it looks like you're about to scoop me up there for a second. I was like, what's going on?
Coming over here, so I'm like, okay, let's close by. But just record everywhere else.
Yeah.
Just try not to put it in your face. Or,
Oh, absolutely. I'm not that kind of person. No, not at all. Yep.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one, man.
You can't come back here. You cannot come back here. I can't. You cannot.
You're creating a disturbance, sir. I would have been out of here.
Sir, you cannot. Sir, you cannot.
I can't.
Really? You cannot.
What's the supreme law of the land?
He signs and everything.
What's the supreme law of the land? If I put a sign on my forehead that said "No white people allowed back here," would you honor that? Give a hoot what the sign says.
You cannot videotape that.
Okay, well, Korea or somewhere where you live under some kind of communist regime, like here in America, I can come back here if I want to. But you give me a lawful order? What's going to happen if I do?
You need to stay that way.
So if I go back here, what's going to happen?
He can't come back here.
I requested supervisor. This guy has no idea like what he's about to get himself into. The military?
If you do not go out to the lobby, Lake County Police Department, Sheriff's Department is going to trespass you from here.
I need to hear it from the...
She's the manager.
I have just spoken with my boss and our tax collector.
So you
If
leave
do
now,
not
you're
go
gonna be
back to the
trespassed.
lobby,
You
you
heard it
are
right.
going to
For
be
by who?
trespassed.
But you guys enforce trespasses, right? So if I don't leave right now, what's going to happen?
You will be arrested and you will be trespassed.
I need to hear from law enforcement. You're not law enforcement.
You're being trespassed from this area.
Why won't you just give me a yes or no? Will I be arrested if I don't leave?
If you don't leave after your trespass you because she wants you trespassed, and you refuse to leave at that time you go to jail.
Okay, I need to know when we're at that point. So if I don't leave
Well,
right
you're
now,
gonna be trespassed right now and asked to leave.
will I be arrested if I don't leave right now?
Once you're trespassed,
Okay. I'll wait for the warning. I'll wait for the warning. Let's just be a man and just tell me, hey, be a man and tell me if I don't leave, what's going to happen. Just say the magic words and I'll leave. Say the magic words, Lieutenant.
You think everybody here is smarter than everybody, right?
How you doing, sir?
I do. You need one?
Yeah, we got a trespass.
Hey, Sergeant, how you doing?
Sergeant Aston.
Sergeant Abston?
Yes, sir.
And your badge number, I'm sorry? 10. Oh, just 10. Okay, that's simple. All right, I can remember that. My name's Zach. Constitutionally protected activity, First Amendment, freedom of press. This guy's trying to escalate the situation. He's creating a disturbance, really taking pictures. It's not my intention, Sergeant, to get anybody's personal information. That's not against the law anyway, but I'm not here to do that. Policy doesn't trump the United States. It doesn't supersede the Constitution.
I understand, man.
So I just want to make sure that he doesn't make a big mistake and cost, free civil lawsuits, civil rights violations.
From mine. I'm Leesburg Police Department. He's the
Okay.
Lake County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
What he decides to do, I'm just here. So if he's asking me for a trespass,
Yeah,
warning,
we
I'm
just
going
want
to provide him with one.
My expectation is you guys honor your oath and don't violate my rights. Obviously, let me finish up here. I'm not going to be here, till they close, but shortly after that. But if you guys decide to go the route of, okay, you're going to try to enforce a trespass, and then you guys give me a threat of arrest, I'll leave at that point or anything like that. So if it gets to that point, I'm just like, no, I will leave under threat of arrest.
Because he
Okay.
needs to be trespassed.
I appreciate you. In the state of Florida, all you need is a physical description. You can't order an
Your
ID.
driver's license number to go with the trespass in our system. So
And
if you want me to trespass you,
I don't work for the police department, though. In the United States, all you need is a physical description. You cannot demand ID unless there's a law being broken. Well, then I have an opportunity to leave at that point, and then I just leave. And you guys can't, there's no laws that have been broken. So if I don't leave, I'm going to be arrested?
Correct.
at this point now.
Okay, then I'll leave.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
And what was your name again?
Busaritza.
Adios. Thanks for waiting for the police department. Yeah, way to go, buddy. You're so awesome.
Is it the whole building?
Live streams is 3 blocks down the road.
Yeah, this guy's a tyrant. You're going to be famous.
Honestly, I don't know what else to say about this situation, folks. Trespass, verbally threatened with arrest, just for lawfully exercising a constitutional right inside a public building. This is a serious problem, and sadly, it still happens way too often, violating our civil liberties. After the incident, the citizen went to the Lake County Sheriff's Office to speak up. He met with a captain who confirmed that the trespass order was official, meaning if he returns and does the same thing, he could be arrested. However, the citizen disagreed and plans to take the matter to court. What about you? What do you think of this situation? What happens when a cop tries to flex his authority on law-abiding citizens, only to be checked by one of his own colleagues who refuses to be part of the problem? This story took place at the Nevada CARES campus in Washoe County. A CARES staffer named Sabrina, along with a security guard from Allied Universal named Ryan, believed this was private property and called the police to remove citizens who were filming lawfully. Deputy Key was the first officer to arrive. He immediately demanded ID to carry out a trespass order, without even verifying whether the area was private property. Oh.
Radio be advised, Officer Deputy Key, go 302.
They already got started.
Excited at all. Last time they came out, they let them know that this is public. This is Reno City property. That's Washoe County Court on public property. It's not our fault that she doesn't. Legal complaint against you as well.
Okay. What's your name, dude?
Huh? Oh, I don't give it. What's up?
Okay. Can I get your ID?
Yeah, unless I
trespassing right now.
No, I only give it if I commit a crime.
Okay. Well, you are a suspect in a crime.
That's a lawful order?
Yes.
I don't have ID on me.
Okay. I will
So it
take
wouldn't
your
matter
name,
anyways.
date of birth.
He was going to take my ID.
My name and date of birth?
Yeah.
If I committed a crime, I'll do it, but I haven't committed a
Last
crime.
name.
I'm not going to give it. That's why we're out here. That's why we have all this body
I'm
camera.
very aware.
Right. If you need to, get your sergeant out. They told us you guys should be informed this time that we're good to go. We don't understand what the problem
And you
is.
are being informed right now that if you do not provide an identification, you will be going to jail.
And I'll be filing a complaint against you.
All right.
Yeah.
Put your camera down, please, that way.
Okay.
That's what we're doing, dude.
Deputy Key is too confident about this detainment. Keep watching.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no problem.
All right. At this point, the camera unfortunately cut out, but here's the summary. Deputy Key handcuffed this citizen for not showing ID for the trespass warning. That was 100% an illegal arrest because no crime had been committed. This is county-owned property, which means it's public. You can only be trespassed if you're actually breaking the law, not for simply exercising your rights. After about 10 minutes of illegal detainment, a sergeant and another deputy arrived, and the sergeant immediately ordered Key to remove the cuffs, putting an end to this ridiculous abuse of power.
Here we left. So guys, I was just put in handcuffs by this Deputy Key. Wait for the camera.
I don't know.
For the complaints, guys, his badge number is going to be 4823, guys, 4662. And a sergeant over there, oops. I can't even read my own handwriting. 4066 for a sergeant, guys. Yeah, they're definitely going to get a bunch of complaints.
Because I thought I still had my badge, but they're like, no.
It's good because you rented out. Stand up for
The blue, oh God, they're going to berate her with complaints. Stupid mistakes, man. I don't get it. Time. Right.
That's great.
Property.
None of them are.
You know what's so funny? So many people, so many officers say, "Oh, you can't touch our cars," but they're our cars. You know that, right? They're our cars. We pay for those cars. You guys don't. And you guys pay taxes from our taxes. You guys have this big sense of self-entitlement, like, "Oh, this is mine, my police car." No, it's not. It's ours. We pay for it. Remember? Thanks for that. Huh? But officers all the time say that. Don't touch my car. Get away from my car. For no reason. This goes to your guys' head too quickly, and it's ridiculous. It's stupid.
Taxpayer
Got to do better.
Told us to leave our property and we didn't. It's on your front porch till you get out of your house. You moving?
That's not the same.
We, the people, pay for every square inch of this property. That part of it is not closed off to the public.
Yeah, they forget that. With doing what? That's a crime.
causing a disturbance.
Reading out loud. Too loudly.
If I'm walking, say a word.
Yeah, we're not going to go in there
Through
loud.
with
So
my camera, they can't say a word.
We can agree. There are still rules.
Yes.
We can agree on that.
And nowhere in public property can the rule be I can't record.
Can you record back there?
where past that gate back
I
there?
can't go back
Absolutely
there.
not.
Restricted
Restricted.
access. This is not restricted access. It's
Where?
not.
We walked in.
If the door's wide open, door's
So
wide
what,
open.
So if they let
You
you
can't
in
tell
there
me to
and I
leave.
told you you had to leave, would you have to leave?
I would never even go back there. Yeah.
Okay, so real loud.
Nope.
Being loud is not a crime. Disturbing the peace, though.
It is.
Yeah, that is. The library asks you to leave. You don't leave, bro. Being loud is not a crime.
Deputy Osborne, I just want you to exercise your rights in that library. What is your right?
Time, place, and manner. If you're allowed in the library, that's violation of time.
10 minutes while his sergeant showed up here. Put me in handcuffs because Cary campus employees. I'm gonna go over here and record there.
And you're reading and I say get out.
Because these are the folks that called the police on us in the first place. This guy here. This woman who is not informed on the loss.
Look, y'all, she keeps sliding right out the way of the camera.
This is the woman here who called the police on us. Multiple complaints coming for these folks, guys. She keeps trying to hide here. Yep. Deputy Key had put me in handcuffs for his sergeant to show up here. So we'll be filing complaints against him as well. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of complaints about this place. So.
Hey, and this dude thinks he's everybody.
Yeah, we can definitely tell by their professionalism that they're not really good here. So, yeah, we get it.
I think because they get the bad end of the stick. I'll take that in custody.
See, that's what they feed you? What is it? Beans and grapes? Wow.
The other half of the time, I question edible.
Right, that's why they don't want us recording. I see why they don't want us recording. Hey, instead of you guys worried about us recording, you guys might want to get them some better food, maybe. I appreciate you for being professional, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Walk of shame again, guys. Gentleman here, his name is Ryan. Works for Allied Universal. This guy right here, Ryan, thinks he's law enforcement of some sort. Wow. Horrible. Horrible. Yeah.
They could ask people to leave for violating.
And if you don't, and if you don't abide by their rules, it doesn't mean you can't walk down the public sidewalk.
We just keep going in circles. We're never going to agree on this. You will never convince us.
I wish I could. You got to exercise your rights more.
Here's where we're at right now.
I'm sorry.
Can I answer this?
So here's what we're going to have. We're both in agreement per my conversation a little bit ago. Everyone's on the same page. Past this fence is trespassing. Okay. Whether you guys think it's public property or not, it's trespassing.
All right. I'm going
You guys come back here and past that fence. You guys come back here every day, all day long. Interviews. We're talking about the food a second ago. Perfect, right? If you think you need better food, be an advocate for that. I'm all for that. You guys are doing it exactly right. Filming right. You're showing the things. I get it. I'm going to talk to admin here to get that no trespassing sign so there's no confusion whatsoever. But if you guys do come back, you go past this guard shack, past this fence, you're going to jail. We'll pass the citation.
If they say we can go?
I already made it clear to my team that we're not going to come back until we put our complaints and they change it. So, yeah, we're good.
If you don't want to provide it, I believe you. yeah, we can cite you right now, but they said as long as you understand that you're formally trespassed, you're not allowed to come back on the property, public property right here. The moment you go past that guard shack and that fence, it's private property for the kids' purpose. You were warned 3 weeks ago, whatever it was.
This is the only warning because.
Yeah, no one warned you last time, right?
Now we told him that too.
He had the right to at that point.
Put me in handcuffs?
Yes, he's detained.
You still also have the right to get your
They can all detain you right now. Calculate it. Why? You don't need to.
Right.
I'm formally trespassing you. They're formally trespassing. I'm just telling you. And then I think we're clear. You guys come back and go past it. You already said it. You know you're trespassing, right?
Yep.
Okay. So our interaction.
Right.
Okay? They're not gonna pursue charges for trespassing unless you do come back and they'll move some signs. And I can give you that. I'm trying to find that guy's number for you. I can give you his number.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Any questions with that?
No, we're good.
I just want to make sure you're all good.
Yep.
You guys can come day and night, film all you want, get a tour down there, see what people have.
Yeah, if it's public property, we don't ask for tours. We just go. If they have a problem, we understand they have a lot to hide.
Right? I mean, that's your right to do. Like,
They'll do tours if you want. You just have to arrange.
Yeah. On anytime it's public property, we don't ask for the tours. Yeah, we don't need authority from anybody.
Everything up before I get there.
Yeah. When you search up his contact, we'll get you his number.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you.
You don't turn that cheap radio down. Keep turning it up like somebody talking to him, please. Come on, dude. Embarrassing.
Falou. This situation seemed to calm down and resolve itself once the sergeant stepped in, but the fact that Deputy Key cuffed a citizen just to get his ID is totally unacceptable. That was definitely an illegal arrest. This incident reminds us of a hard truth. Just because someone's in uniform doesn't mean they're acting lawfully. When you're treated unlawfully, you must be the first one to stand up for your own rights. Know the law, know your rights, and stand firm. That's the best way to avoid becoming the next victim. This situation unfolded at an agricultural lab in the Central Coast area of California. Auditor Nasty showed up, as he usually does, to exercise his right to record from the public sidewalk, just to see whether people understand and respect that right. Some passersby ignored him, but others came up, questioned him, told him to stop recording, and made inaccurate claims about the law.
We got this very welcoming sign right here. No trespassing private property executed. Ooh. Well, at least it doesn't stay to the fullest extent of the law, but that could all change. Oh, we got somebody coming into the lab? That sounds like a diesel Cadillac maybe? I don't know. Yeah, they're gonna, I wonder if they're employees or, I would imagine they're probably employees. Comes to the lab to do some shopping, like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up some vials so I can cook me up something. She gave me kind of a look when she pulled in, so maybe she'll come over here and say hi. Oh wow, somebody's driving in style. Alright, maybe they pay well here. I don't know. Alright.
Do you need any?
Hi!
This is a private property.
Yeah, I know.
Do you need something or you are just...
No, I just want to film everything, that's all. Okay. Have a good one. Good. Well, she said this is private property. Oh, she's stopping, huh? Have like a back driveway or something. Was she gonna go report me to the lab police? Oh yeah. Alright folks, it's about to get heavy. Yeah, she's tattling on me. She's tattling. Ooh, it's a big manly truck. Or maybe that's a different manly truck. Trucks in this town. Alright, here comes somebody.
Our employees expressed concern with you filming.
Why is that?
Because you're just standing out here filming people coming in and out. And
Want some filming?
For what?
For me.
For what purpose?
Just for my own purpose, that's it.
Why?
Well, because I'm just interested in it.
And what do you think we're doing here?
Huh? Like ag testing and microbiology testing. Yeah.
So what are you gaining just by filming people coming in and out of our building?
Well, I mean, well, because I don't want to.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Granted, you are on public property while we would prefer that you not film our people, since you're not supposed to film people without their public figures.
Huh?
We're not public figures, so you're not supposed to be filming us.
Is there a law? I'm always open to being educated. I mean, if you want to like tell me about the law.
I can't quote you chapter and verse as to what it is, but their permission, unless they are public figures.
Actually, that's incorrect, sir. Yeah.
So.
Filming people unless they're public figures. Was he a public figure? I don't know. He's gonna go get the lab police. He's gonna go back in there and try to stir up something. Oh, looks like we got a pair of feet. Oh, we got a live one. Oh, she's on the phone. I don't know, maybe she'll drive up to me and cam back me. Push that gardener across the... Oh, yeah, she's gonna say something. Hi! Hi! I'm great, how are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know, the same thing you're doing. You going to Louis V's?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, sure you do. What Louis V's is? Come on, sister. I'm sure you and the homegirls all hang out there. Oh boy. The life of an auditor.
Alright, I think I'll wrap up this audit here, because after the woman in the car left, no one else came over to interfere or object to the filming. This situation captured a mix of public reactions to the right to record in public, most notably the reaction of the man in the blue shirt. I'm not sure if he was a manager or just a lab employee, but his legal arguments were completely wrong. There's no law banning photography or videography if you're standing on public property, so whether you're a public figure or not, once you're in a public space, you've already accepted the possibility of being filmed. This wasn't exactly a dramatic situation, but I genuinely wish we saw more like this. Because in this case, nobody got angry, nobody overreacted to the camera. This happened at the Metro Mover station in Miami, where you'll get a glimpse of how people should respond to a camera.
I did put that in here because that's like a whole other thing in terms of their agenda and how it works. Review of how the different ways it gets jammed up and providing us with a little bit of notice. So
not at the moment.
Reconsider it.
You need some assistance?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Members to this council, so I think it's up to this county commission to probably want to proceed. Just be mindful, of course, that the administration is working on the report or study, report on the, I think after that, whereas this kind of stands against to bifurcate the second floor from your amendment, or would you like to take a this body order?
Clauses are important because I think, you know, as we discussed at committee, when you read the item, if you don't know enough about this, I want to thank the commissioner for accepting the whereas clauses.
Alright. Like I said, there's nothing dramatic here because no one chose to act up in front of the camera, but that's exactly what I hope for, because this represents the true voice of civil rights and the spirit of freedom in this country. We've still got a long way to go before calm, respectful reactions like this become the norm, but things are changing, little by little, day by day, and I hope you'll join us in spreading that spirit even further. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Each moment you've just seen isn't just some argument between citizens and cops. It's part of a much larger fight to protect freedom of speech and the right to hold the government accountable. These days, knowing the law is no longer enough. You have to be willing to stand up and enforce it. Share this video to raise awareness and help keep the First Amendment alive in every sense of the word.